I gotta record this one.
Guys, you know I've not been feeling good here today.
All right, let me start it there.
Okay, I'm going to try this again. Maybe it won't reconnect or drop out. But anyway, I want to make an announcement. Guys, you know I've not been feeling good here today, and I haven't been feeling good in the last couple of days. And there's just a lot of stress. I'm telling you, this is just about to get the better of me. So, I know that it's hard to keep your tempers down when you have people that are doing what they're doing and they don't seem to care about you as a radio group, but they expect us as Romeo Golfs to be to turn the other cheek all the time. And I get that, and I've had some that have lost their temper on the radio and said some things they shouldn't have said. They've apologized to me, and they've apologized to the club. I'm going to be okay with that. Number one, get that out of the way. And I sure thought I turned my do not disturb off, so you'll probably hear a lot of PMs coming through. But anyway, guys, there's a lot to the story, and I'm not going to get into it, but I have been dealing with an individual that has been texting me and calling me on my personal deal, basically informing me or advising me, let me rephrase that, advising me that I had better do something with our group, our club, or he would. Now, this individual is on a lot of you guys' friends list, and you've talked to him, but in my opinion, he's not your friend. He wants to dictate to me what I need to do for this group, and that I need to, now I will use his words, you need to straighten your boys out. Folks, you guys are full-grown men. You know what responsibility is. I don't have to straighten anybody out. And it's really getting to where I can't deal with it. You know, he said that he really doesn't think the group will like what he's going to do, because he said, you know, I've had 5 people to leave your group for that reason. So I want you to know right now that if you're a Romeo Golf member and you choose not to stay with the club, no hard feelings. And I'm going to tell you right now, this is the time. If you want to bow out, you bow out. I know that we still have some informants on the page. I don't care. I really don't care about the informants. I don't care that this 29 Lee Majors in Texas knows what's going on in our group. I have not put out in the open why some of the members were let go. I could, but that's really not what I intend to do or want to do. But this gentleman who keeps texting me on my personal messenger seems to think that he knows the whole story, because I keep getting this, well, you kicked members out that spoke to somebody they weren't supposed to speak to. No, sir. It did not. What happened was this individual had jumped onto my wife Jessica a couple of times. And after she had apologized, he kept digging the knife in deeper on the apology. Number one. Number two, he tried to mislead us into thinking that this 29 is not in Texas and who he is, when I know for a fact that this gentleman is personal friends with him, has gone over to his house, has helped him with antennas. You know, that's not the way to treat, a group that you consider to be part of. The second gentleman basically said some filthy, filthy things, knowing that Miss Jess was right here. Number one. Number two, he lied to me, to my face. That's why they are not here any longer. The gentleman who has advised me to straighten my group out, he voluntarily left. He never caused a problem one, except he didn't like it when one of his buddies told me to F off, and I kicked him out. So guys, I don't know if he's planning on kicking you all out of a bunch of Facebook pages because he's an administrator of a lot of them, or not. I don't know. But I do know this, guys. I can't do this anymore. I cannot keep on trying to hold my temper because I'm just like every other guy. I get aggravated, and I'm trying to keep it professional. And I put a lot of stock in what Rick 777 says, keep it professional, and I'm trying to. I really am. I need you guys' support because you guys encourage me all the time. But from now on, maybe we're looking at this thing all wrong. We are a bunch of goofballs. What does RG stand for? Radio geeks. So, instead of saying, don't call us that, just say thank you. But I am going to put a stop to this gentleman texting me at my home, especially on days where he knows that I really need to concentrate on my Bible studies and stuff. I guess that's what really frustrates me, is these guys know what I do. And anytime something goes crossways, they go, oh, you guys are Christians. You guys are Christians. You need to keep an eye on that. Folks, I may be a Christian, but I'm going to tell you what. You slap my wife or you slap one of my kids, I'm going to come at you just like a full-grown man. And and if you didn't, there would be something wrong with you. I want to protect our group because I think we got one heck of a good group of guys. And I don't vent very much. We've been through a lot together. After we purged the page and everything, do you know what our membership, our operator membership is back up to? Stacy and I just went over the books today. 459. So for those that are the informants on the page, and y'all think that this is a funny game, go ahead. Play your games, because Romeo Golf is here to stay. I may back out for a little while and take a break, not leaving, but you may not hear from me, but I will be listening. I got to figure out how to take care of this. And the best way I know to do is just say, if you want to be a Romeo Golf, be a Romeo Golf. If you don't, don't. And if you're on this page and you're an informant and you really could care less about us, do yourself a favor and leave. Just leave. We don't want any trouble. I can't, I'm afraid to even pick up the phone anymore because I'm tired of being advised on what to do and how to do it. Somebody said, well, just leave 36. We tried that yesterday, guys. What did they do? They followed us to every channel. And the guy who is advising me everything says he doesn't swear on me on the radio or anything like that. You know, I agree with him. He doesn't. He's never swore at me on the radio, and I don't plan him to do that. But you know, I get a lot of stuff sent to me from different pages. And he's right in there amongst them, adding fuel to the fire. Guys, I'm going to tell you, watch who you talk to out there, because they are not your friend. The only reason they talk to you is to see what they can find out. And do me one more favor, if you will. If you're on the radio, use your Romeo Golf number. I said this before, there's a lot of folks that are getting afraid to use the Romeo Golf number, because once they use a Romeo Golf number, these guys come back at them with a vengeance. Dude, there's evil people out there. There's bad people. And there's jerks. Doesn't matter where we go, what we do, they're still going to be out there, because they don't like something that we do or something that we stand for. You know, who in their right mind, you tell me, who in their right mind would have a problem with young kids getting on the radio and making contact? We had a young lady yesterday that got on the radio, and through her contacts that she made, well, actually we had two of them. You know, they got a $20 bonus just for doing something they enjoyed doing. And I was talking with one of the parents, and they said, you know, they don't care whether they win or not. They had a blast. They had a joyous time. Who in their right mind would take it out on kids? I don't want to preach, but I'll tell you what Jesus said. It is better for a man to have a millstone wrapped around his neck and thrown into the ocean to offend a little one. So Romeo Golfs, I'm tired. I would love to just monitor and hear nothing but golf balls on the radio. And the more that they put you down and the more they aggravate you, the more you just use Romeo Golf, and maybe they can't even sleep at night because of Romeo Golf. Well, I had this all rehearsed out on what I was going to say. And I was going to name names, but I've cooled down. I know that I'm not the only one that has problems with the group. Crud, you see what they've done to needle benders. They couldn't even pay enough respect and honor Eli Cook, who's passed away, man. So let me tell you, who is the better? Those of us who backed off and said, hey, we respect what you're doing, carry on. Or those that said, needle benders. Or Romeo Golf cadets, they don't need to have their kids on here. This is a place where we cuss and fuss. Well, it shouldn't be. And for those that couldn't even muster up enough of common human decency to let a group of guys pay tribute to somebody that was in their group that they respected, that is pretty low, folks. So these are the guys that are going to straighten us out. These are the ones that are the better because somebody got on the radio and was pushed to the point where they said a foul word. Thank you, Charger. I appreciate that. We're going to stay strong. I just felt like y'all need to know some of the things that are going on behind the scenes. It's not everything that get posted up on Facebook that y'all see. But when my phone goes off and every time it either happens on a Sunday night or a Wednesday, when they know that I really, really don't need this. But be assured, he said he's going to straighten y'all out. He's going to straighten y'all out. Well, I hope he can, because there's a lot of them, a lot of you guys out there he's going to straighten out. So here's what I'm going to tell you. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep on shining. Stand for your faith. Stand for your family. And stand for your country. And I would appreciate it if you'd stand for Romeo Golf. Guys, I'm going to have to go get some Pepto-Bismol. I want this to be a club that we can be proud of. And I appreciate you letting me vent. And I hope I didn't offend anybody. That was not my intent. Informant, my word to you. You stay on the page, we'll kill you with kindness. We're going to love you just like we love everybody else. But it'd be a big favor to me if you'd get your butt off our page. I can't make you. But if I find out who you are, there won't be any excuses. You'll be gone. And you will be blocked. You will be banned. And I'm going to tell my staff, if you have any idea who the informant is, let me know. Yeah, we're going to shine. All right, guys. Thank you for your time and your patience. I'm just rambling on. I'll catch y'all later. I'm out of here.